Sanford and Son, 1972–1978, was a groundbreaking sitcom that captivated audiences with its humor, quick wit, and memorable characters. While fans tuned in each week to enjoy the hilarious interactions between Fred Sanford, his son Lamont, and their colorful neighbors, the actors behind these iconic roles faced real-life challenges and, in many cases, tragic ends. From untimely accidents and battles with illness to unexpected losses, each cast member's story reflects a journey filled with dedication to their craft and struggles that remained hidden from the spotlight. In this article, we look back at the lives of the 37 talented stars who helped make Sanford and Son a classic, exploring how they lived, the legacies they left behind, and the heartbreaking circumstances of their passing. Leanda Page, born October 19, 1920, in Cleveland, Ohio, captivated audiences as Aunt Esther, the Bible-wielding firebrand constantly at odds with Fred Sanford. Behind her bold character was a woman who persevered through personal trials. Leanda was married and divorced twice and had one daughter, who passed away young, a loss that deeply affected her. Financially, she faced challenges after Sanford and Son ended, as the industry often typecast her in similar roles. Off-screen, she and Red Foxx had a close bond, sharing years of friendship from their stand-up comedy days, and she was deeply impacted by his death. Leanda battled diabetes for years, keeping her struggles largely private, as she continued to entertain. On September 14, 2002, she succumbed to complications from diabetes at 81. Her legacy remains as the unforgettable Aunt Esther, a role that made audiences laugh and gave her the strength to endure life's hardships. Whitman Mayo, born on November 15, 1930, brought warmth and humor to Sanford and Son as Grady Wilson, the well-meaning friend who often found himself hilariously perplexed. Off-screen, Mayo's life was marked by both triumphs and deep sorrow. His career thrived with roles in films like The Main Event and DC Cab, yet his success could not protect him from life's hardships. He was married 3 times, with his final marriage to Gail Reed enduring until his death. Together, they had 2 children. The Mayo family's struggles included financial hardship during times when Whitman's acting work was scarce. He faced grief following the death of a close friend and fellow actor, Red Foxx, who died of a heart attack in 1991, leaving Mayo profoundly shaken. Additionally, the physical toll of his work caught up to him, leading to health complications later in life. Whitman Mayo passed away on May 22, 2001, at 70, from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of humor that masked a life filled with quiet resilience. Red Foxx, born John Elroy Sanford on December 9, 1922, was a pioneer in comedy known for his fearless humor and candid portrayal of racial and social issues. On Sanford and Son, he played Fred G. Sanford, the wisecracking junk dealer with a penchant for feigning heart attacks and delivering biting quips. Off-screen, Red's life was tumultuous. His career had moments of brilliance and severe hardship. Despite his TV success, he faced financial issues, largely due to poor financial management and heavy tax debts. Red's personal life was just as stormy. Married 4 times, he never had children, and each marriage ended in divorce, with his relationships often marked by financial disputes and accusations of infidelity. In his later years, he faced another blow when his close friend and Sanford and Son co-star struggled with health issues. Tragically, Red passed away on October 11, 1991, from a heart attack while on the set of The Royal Family. He was 68, and, in a bitter irony, he collapsed doing what he loved most, performing. Nathaniel Taylor, born on March 31, 1938, was known for his role as Rollo Larson, the stylish and quick-witted friend of Lamont Sanford. Taylor's life beyond Sanford and Son was as colorful and challenging as his characters. A series of personal tragedies haunted him, including the devastating loss of his wife in a car accident, which left him to raise their son alone. Struggles with finances weighed heavily on him, as he faced periods of unemployment after Sanford and Son ended, making it difficult to support his family. Taylor remarried later in life, but the scars of his earlier losses lingered. Friends recalled his generosity and warmth despite these hardships. In the final years of his life, Taylor suffered from health issues stemming from a stroke. He passed away on February 27, 2019, at the age of 80, due to complications related to the stroke, leaving a legacy as a vibrant actor whose laughter belied a life marked by profound personal losses. Don Bexley, born March 10, 1910, in Jamestown, Virginia, was known for playing Bubba Bexley, Fred's cheerful and good-hearted friend whose laughter filled Sanford and Son with warmth. Don's career had its high point with the show, but after it ended, he struggled to find steady work and faced financial uncertainty. He kept a close friendship with Red Foxx, who had helped him secure his role on the show, and their bond extended well beyond their on-screen characters. Married once, Don had a modest family life and maintained friendships that carried him through difficult times. The loss of Red in 1991 was a heavy blow to him, as they had shared a close bond from their early stand-up days. In later years, Don's health declined due to heart and kidney problems, and he faced financial difficulties, revealing the often unpredictable life of actors. He passed away on April 15, 1997, at age 87, from heart and kidney failure, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and loyalty. Gregory Sierra, born on January 25, 1937, captured the hearts of audiences as Julio Fuentes, the friendly and understanding neighbor who bore the brunt of Fred Sanford's antics with grace. Sierra's career included notable performances in Barney Miller and Miami Vice, but his life was often touched by personal struggle. He was married but had no children, and his relationship, though loving, was strained by his battle with depression. Sierra lost his father at a young age, a trauma that impacted him deeply throughout his life. His compassion for others was evident in his commitment to social causes, but this also exposed him to controversies that affected his career opportunities. In 2020, Sierra's health deteriorated as he battled cancer, a diagnosis he faced quietly, confiding only in a few close friends. He passed away on January 4, 2021, at 83, his death marking the end of an illustrious yet quietly burdened life. Fritzy Burr, born May 31, 1924, was a versatile character actress, often cast in small yet impactful roles in classic television. Her brief appearance as the woman on plane in Sanford and Son, 1974, created an amusing tension with Fred Sanford, underscoring her skill in comedy timing. Off-screen, Fritzy had a challenging personal life. She married but eventually separated after facing multiple miscarriages, leading to a quiet but profound grief that lingered throughout her life. She struggled with depression, made worse by the isolation she felt within her family, who found it difficult to relate to her experiences. In addition, her closest friend from the theater world died suddenly in the 1980s, intensifying her solitude. Her resilience and dedication to acting remained steady, though she often confided in friends that her career had not been as fulfilling as she had hoped. Fritzy passed away from natural causes on January 17, 2003, at the age of 78, leaving behind a quiet legacy of talent often overlooked in Hollywood spotlight. Gnome Pitlick, born November 4, 1932, played Officer Swanhauser, often tasked with maintaining order amidst the chaos at the Sanford residence. A well-regarded television director as well, he brought a sharp, grounded humor to his roles. Off-screen, Gnome's life was marked by professional triumphs but also personal sorrow. His first marriage ended quickly, which reportedly left him wary of love. His second marriage seemed happier, and he became a father, cherishing his role despite the challenges of balancing fatherhood with his busy career. In the 1990s, he was diagnosed with lung cancer, which struck him especially hard due to his lifelong commitment to a healthy lifestyle. Despite his fight with the disease, his illness progressed rapidly, and he lost many close friends to Hollywood's pressures in his final years. Gnome Pitlick passed away on February 18, 1999, at the age of 66, due to complications from lung cancer, leaving behind a career marked by both understated acting and skilled direction. Pat Morita, born June 28, 1932, was an extraordinary comedic actor best known for his role as Ah Chu on Sanford and Son. The beloved character, frequently teased by Fred, became iconic due to Morita's charisma and humor. Pat's early life, however, was riddled with hardship. He contracted spinal tuberculosis as a child, spending almost a decade in hospitals. Following his recovery, his family faced internment in Arizona during World War II, which added to the difficulties of his youth. In adulthood, he married twice. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he faced a painful estrangement from one of his daughters that remained unresolved. Though he found success with roles like Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid, he also struggled with alcoholism, a factor that impacted both his marriages and his health. Pat Morita passed away on November 24, 2005, at the age of 73, from kidney failure, a complication influenced by his years of alcohol dependency. Nancy Culp, born on August 28, 1921, is remembered for her portrayal of May Hopkins, the strict but kind-hearted social worker on Sanford and Son. Known for her distinctive voice and dignified air, Culp also had a notable role in the Beverly Hillbillies. Though she had an impressive career, her personal life was turbulent. She married Charles Dacus in 1951, but they divorced in 1961, leaving Culp childless and somewhat isolated. She faced a difficult period in her career in the 1980s, as roles dwindled and she endured harsh criticism after a failed political campaign, where she sought a seat in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. Additionally, Nancy felt a deep sadness following the death of her close friend and Hillbillies co-star, Irene Ryan, in 1973, who had been a source of strength and encouragement in Culp's life. Nancy battled cancer in her final years, and despite her private nature, she faced it with remarkable dignity. She passed away on February 3, 1991, at age 69, leaving a legacy as a versatile actress who masked her sorrows with humor and professionalism. Davis Roberts, born on March 7, 1917, brought humor and sincerity to Sanford and Son as Dr. Caldwell, the ever-patient physician dealing with Fred Sanford's complaints. Beyond the show, Roberts had a prolific career, appearing in the Andromeda Strain and Westworld, though his journey was far from smooth. Roberts, who never married, poured himself into his career, but loneliness often weighed on him. He struggled with racial discrimination throughout his career, frequently being typecast, which limited his opportunities. His sorrow deepened with the passing of his longtime friend and co-actor, Scatman Crothers, in 1986, leaving Roberts feeling a profound emptiness. His later years were marked by declining health due to emphysema, a condition he attributed to years of smoking, which he eventually quit too late. Davis Roberts passed away on July 18, 1993, at the age of 76. His career and life, filled with both humor and pain, left an enduring impact on those who knew him and those who admired his work. Norma Miller, born on December 2, 1919, was a true icon, not only in her portrayal of Dolly Simpson on Sanford and Son but also as a legendary figure in swing dancing, aptly called the Queen of Swing. Her scenes as Dolly, a spirited woman who could hold her own with the Sanfords, showcased her natural talent for blending humor with a vibrant presence. But Miller's life behind the scenes was marked by incredible challenges. Despite her fame in dance and acting, she faced significant prejudice and financial insecurity in her early career, often working for less than her peers due to racial discrimination. In love, she struggled to find stability. Her one long-term relationship ended painfully when her partner, a fellow dancer, passed away suddenly in the 1950s, leaving her to cope with the void alone. Additionally, she dealt with chronic health issues in her later years, including diabetes, which eventually impacted her heart. Her indomitable spirit carried her through these tragedies, yet the toll was evident. Norma passed away on May 5, 2019, from heart failure at the age of 99. Marlene Clark, born on December 19, 1937, captivated audiences with her portrayal of Janet Lawson, the sophisticated and poised love interest of Lamont Sanford on Sanford and Son. Janet brought a sense of warmth and intelligence that expanded the show's charm. Clark's career extended to films, with memorable roles in Night of the Cobra Woman and Ganja and Hess, though she struggled with industry bias, facing typecasting and often finding herself limited to stereotypical roles. Personally, Marlene endured significant heartbreak. Her marriage to actor Billy D. Williams in the early 1970s ended in divorce, and they had no children. The loss of her close friend and fellow actress, in a car accident, added a layer of sorrow to her life, leaving her feeling adrift in Hollywood's unforgiving atmosphere. Another setback came with her career's decline in the 1980s, pushing her into relative obscurity despite her talent. Marlene passed away on May 18, 2023, at the age of 85, from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy as a quietly influential figure who fought against the odds in Hollywood. Slappy White, born Melvin Edward White on September 20, 1921, was a lively comedic talent known for his role as Melvin, Fred Sanford's old friend on Sanford and Son. Slappy's natural charm and quick wit made him a standout in the show's cast of characters. Beginning his career in the Chitlin circuit, Slappy faced relentless challenges and bias throughout his life, often taking gigs in segregated venues. Though he married once, his wife, dancer Pearl Bailey, was often on the road, straining their relationship until they eventually divorced. Slappy was also deeply affected by the sudden death of his longtime friend Red Foxx in 1991. The loss of his comedy partner and confidant hit him hard. By the mid-90s, Slappy's health had started to deteriorate, culminating in a fatal heart attack on November 7, 1995, at age 74. Danny Wells, born on April 7, 1941, played the charming Danny Taylor on Sanford and Son, effortlessly bringing wit and a light-hearted spirit to the show. Known beyond the series for his role as Luigi in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Danny's career was diverse, although not without struggle. Wells was married briefly, but the union ended in divorce, and he later admitted that balancing the demands of Hollywood with personal life proved difficult for him. His deepest heartbreak came in the form of estrangement from his daughter, whom he had with his ex-wife, as his career pursuits kept him away during much of her childhood. In 2013, Danny was diagnosed with cancer, a battle he fought privately, choosing to keep his struggles out of the public eye. He passed away on November 28, 2013, at the age of 72. Frank Nelson, born on May 6, 1911, was known for his brief but memorable appearance as the co-pilot in a 1976 episode of Sanford and Son, where his sharp timing and instantly recognizable "yes" catchphrase added a moment of humor that endeared him to fans. A seasoned comedian and voice actor, Frank's talents shone in roles across radio, television, and animation, notably on the Jack Benny program and as a frequent guest on sitcoms of the era. Despite his comedic success, Frank's life was filled with private struggles. His long marriage to actress Viola Vaughn provided stability, but their attempts to start a family were met with repeated heartbreak, and they remained childless. Professionally, he faced a significant challenge when he was diagnosed with cancer, a battle that forced him to reduce his work in his later years. Frank's resilience remained evident until his passing on September 12, 1986, at age 75, when he succumbed to the illness. His voice and humor left an indelible mark on entertainment history. Arnold Johnson, born on November 15, 1921, brought laughter to Sanford and Son as George F. Hutton, Fred's easygoing friend who shared in the neighborhood mischief. Johnson's acting career, spanning roles in Menace to Society and the Buddy Holly Story, had its share of ups and downs. Off-screen, he was a loving father to two sons, but his marriage was marred by frequent separations, leading to an eventual quiet divorce. A dedicated friend, Arnold faced heartbreak with the sudden passing of his mentor and close confidant, actor Paul Robeson, in 1976, which left him in a period of emotional retreat. Financial struggles also plagued his later years as the acting offers became sporadic. Toward the end of his life, Johnson's health deteriorated rapidly, and he passed away on April 10, 2000, at 78, of natural causes. His legacy lives on in his roles, where he brought joy to others despite a life of personal hardships. Roy Stewart, born on July 17, 1927, played Barton Farley, a charming and humorous character in Sanford and Son. His interactions with the Sanford family provided comedic relief while showcasing his remarkable talent. With a career that spanned television and theater, Roy also appeared in notable shows like The Twilight Zone and The Dick Van Dyke Show. Despite his successes, he faced significant challenges, including being typecast, which limited his opportunities in more diverse roles. Personally, he was married once, but the marriage ended in divorce without children, which left him feeling somewhat isolated as he grew older. The 1980s were particularly difficult for him, marked by the deaths of several close friends in the entertainment industry, including fellow actor Jack Weston, who passed away in 1996. These losses weighed heavily on him, and Roy himself battled cancer for many years. He ultimately passed away on December 25, 2005, at the age of 78, leaving behind a legacy that highlighted both his talent and his perseverance through personal and professional struggles. Phalus Rasula, born on November 15, 1935, brought intensity and charisma to Sanford and Son in his brief role as the Heart Fund Man, making an impression despite his short appearance. Known for roles in Roots and Blackula, Rasulala's career spanned film, television, and theater, where he was celebrated for his powerful presence and voice. In his personal life, Rasulala was married twice, and he shared 2 children with his second wife, Sherlyn Mozingo. Behind the scenes, however, he faced significant heartache. His first wife passed away in a car accident early in their marriage, an event that deeply affected him and left him as a single parent for several years. Additionally, he was devastated by the sudden passing of his Roots co-star Scatman Crothers, a friend and mentor, in 1986. He also struggled with the pressures of consistently landing roles as the strong, silent type, a stereotype he sought to break from. Tragically, Rasula himself suffered from heart complications, which he kept largely private. He passed away on October 9, 1991, at the age of 55, from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy marked by strength and subtle vulnerability. Leonard Stone, born on November 3, 1923, brought Mr. Grayson to life on Sanford and Son, capturing audiences with his comedic interactions with Fred Sanford. Known for his iconic role as Mr. Beauregard in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Stone's career flourished, yet his personal life held considerable sadness. He was married to Carol Klein, with whom he had 2 children, but the couple experienced hardships, including a period of separation following the sudden passing of their young son from a rare illness, a grief that nearly broke their marriage. Leonard was also profoundly affected by the death of his close friend, actor Ray Walston, in 2001, whom he had worked with on several stage productions. The experience of losing his son and friend weighed on him in his final years, during which he battled cancer with quiet determination. Leonard Stone passed away on November 2, 2011, just 1 day shy of his 88th birthday, leaving a bittersweet legacy marked by talent, humor, and resilience in the face of sorrow. Matthew "Stymy" Beard, born on January 1, 1925, brought warmth and familiarity to Sanford and Son in his role as Otis Littlejohn. Before Sanford and Son, Beard had been a child star in The Little Rascals, but adulthood came with heavy struggles. Haunted by the early loss of fame and the difficulties of transitioning from child stardom, Beard fell into drug addiction in his 20s, a challenge that took years to overcome. His marriage suffered from these issues, and after 1 child together, his wife left, unable to cope with his addiction struggles. By the time he returned to television in Sanford and Son, he was a changed man, having found sobriety, but he remained haunted by the loss of his early career and estrangement from his family. Adding to his heartbreak, 2 of his Little Rascals co-stars passed away during his time on the show, which stirred up bittersweet memories of his childhood. Matthew passed away from pneumonia on January 8, 1981, at the age of 56. Gabriel Dell, born on October 8, 1919, is remembered for his brief yet impactful role as the gunman in a 1972 episode of Sanford and Son. Known for his work in The Dead End Kids and The Bowery Boys, Dell's career was filled with highs but also significant lows, particularly in his personal life. He married once and had a son, but the marriage faced challenges, leading to estrangement that left him feeling regretful. A passionate artist, Dell struggled with the shifting landscape of Hollywood, often feeling overshadowed by younger actors. The loss of his dear friend Leo Gorcey, with whom he had a close bond, marked a devastating moment in his life, and he often reflected on their shared memories. Later diagnosed with leukemia, Dell faced his illness with courage, making peace with his past and reconnecting with family. He passed away on July 3, 1988, at the age of 68, leaving behind a rich legacy in film and a reminder of the struggles many artists face behind the scenes. Mary Alice, born on December 3, 1936, played Frances Victor on Sanford and Son, a character whose warmth and wisdom resonated deeply with audiences. Known for her exceptional stage and screen presence, Mary Alice's career flourished, yet her life was touched by sorrow. She experienced a painful divorce from her first husband, which left her with feelings of inadequacy and fear of intimacy in her future relationships. The loss of her mother during her early career was another profound blow, impacting her ability to fully embrace happiness. Throughout her life, Mary Alice remained close to her colleagues, but the deaths of friends weighed heavily on her heart. Despite these challenges, she continued to inspire others through her work. Mary Alice passed away on July 27, 2022, from natural causes at the age of 85, a testament to her enduring spirit amidst the tribulations she faced. Bea Richards, born on July 12, 1920, is best known for her role as Aunt Ethel in Sanford and Son, where she brought wisdom and warmth to the character. Her impressive career included landmark roles in films like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and In the Heat of the Night, which showcased her exceptional talent. Despite her success, Bea faced numerous challenges, including severe racial discrimination that hindered her opportunities in a predominantly white industry. She was married briefly but did not have children, opting instead to focus on her craft and activism. The emotional toll of losing close friends weighed heavily on her throughout her life, further complicating her personal happiness. In her later years, Bea battled emphysema, but she remained active in her craft, leaving a significant impact on those around her. She passed away on September 14, 2000, at the age of 80, remembered not just for her roles but for her strength and advocacy for social justice, making her a true pioneer in the entertainment industry. Vivian Bonell, born on May 23, 1924, portrayed Audrey in a 1973 episode of Sanford and Son. Her character infused the show with a touch of elegance, showcasing her talent for bringing depth and sophistication to her roles. Vivian's career included several television appearances, but her life was not without hardship. She faced personal struggles, including the loss of her only child, which profoundly impacted her emotional well-being. This tragedy led to a difficult period where she battled depression and turned to alcohol for solace. Vivian had 2 marriages, both of which ended in divorce, leaving her feeling isolated in her later years. She was also deeply affected by the passing of her close friend, actress Bea Richards, which added to her sense of loss. Vivian Bonell passed away on November 18, 2003, due to complications from diabetes at the age of 79, a reminder of the complexities and trials she navigated throughout her life. Philip Bruns, born on May 2, 1931, entertained fans with his portrayal of Calvin on Sanford and Son, a character whose unique humor and sharp wit added layers to the show. Bruns was a versatile actor with roles in Mary Hartman, and Flashdance, yet his life off-screen was challenging. He was married to actress Laurie Franks, with whom he shared a deep bond and 1 child, but their relationship endured strain due to Bruns' battles with depression, worsened by the frequent career ups and downs he faced. The tragic death of his best friend, fellow actor John Randolph, in 2004, left Bruns feeling isolated, compounding his struggles. Additionally, Bruns faced significant health problems later in life, including a prolonged bout with pneumonia that weakened him substantially. He passed away on February 8, 2012, at the age of 80, from natural causes. His legacy as a character actor lives on, remembered fondly by fans and colleagues alike. Arthur Adams, born on May 22, 1915, played Judge Mel Davis in Sanford and Son, bringing a stern yet fair demeanor that provided a comedic counterbalance to Fred Sanford's antics. His career spanned multiple decades, but personal challenges marked his journey. Adams was married once, but his wife left him, unable to cope with the demands of his acting career and frequent absences. This separation left him struggling with loneliness and a longing for connection, which affected his emotional health. In addition to his personal battles, Arthur mourned the loss of fellow actors such as Redd Foxx, who passed away in 1991, and often reflected on their camaraderie and the transient nature of fame. He also faced health issues, including heart problems, which complicated his later years. Arthur Adams passed away on May 3, 1992, due to natural causes at the age of 76, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumphs and heartaches. Ron Glass, born on July 10, 1945, is best known for his role as Herman Edwards on Sanford and Son. His character brought charm and humor, complementing the main cast perfectly. Glass had a flourishing career, later gaining fame as Shepherd Book on Firefly. However, behind his vibrant on-screen persona, Ron faced significant struggles. His first marriage was tumultuous, and he and his wife separated after just a few years, leaving him with a lingering sense of failure in his personal life. Tragically, Ron lost several close friends, including actor and writer Richard Pryor, whose struggles with health and addiction profoundly affected him. Glass also faced the heartbreaking loss of his father, which deepened his sense of grief. He battled respiratory issues in his later years, leading to his death on November 25, 2016, at the age of 71 from respiratory failure, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Sanford and Son, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.